What's up nail friends? In today's video I'm going to be doing a fun bright set using a bunch of different Glitterbels glitters. I'm going to show you guys finish filing, and I'm going to be doing a fun gel technique on top, and I will share some tips and tricks on how to do that. And if you're interested, just keep watching. Okay, to start this set, I've already applied my Glitterbels stiletto tips and cut them down so that they're kind of a medium length coffin nail. And then I'm going in with Glitterbels dehydrator to start. So these nails have been already fully prepped. After the dehydrator, I'm just going in with a thin coat of acid-free primer as well. The brush I'm going to be using today is the Glitterbels number 8. These are the aqua brushes with the glitter in the handle. So fun. I love a size 8 brush. 8 and 10 is usually what I go for. So I'm just dipping into my Dappen dish, which you guys have been asking where I got it, and if you watched any of my videos, you'd see that I did actually do a video of me getting this, and I got it from HomeSense. You can probably get it from any like home store that you guys have that have trinkets and stuff. So it's actually a tea light holder, but it's perfect for carrying monomer, and it looks really pretty in my backgrounds. So I'm dipping into my monomer, picking up a small bead of Glitterbels glass slippers on my brush, draining the bead, and then I'm just putting that on the nail near the cuticle area, pushing it towards the cuticle, and then I'm just feathering it down over top of those tips, and this is going to be my clear base that I'm going to file back down to. So you can see I placed that bead down. I'm not near the cuticle yet, but I push into the bead and I push it up close towards the cuticle area. You don't want to touch the skin with this. You just want to keep it on the nail and then gently pull and drag that down to make sure that your clear base is super thin. That way you don't have to file your clear base before going in with color, because if you accidentally make it a little bit too thick, you have to file it before going in with color, and that just adds an extra step to the set. So I apply that clear base on all the nails, then I'm going back to the pinky to start. I'm going to be using Glitterbels Hot Crush. This is a beautiful, bright orange. They also have Orange Crush, but it's a little bit more subtle of an orange. It's not too bright. So I picked up a bead and placing it right along the line of where the natural nail meets the tip, feathering it down the nail, wiping off my brush, flipping my brush upside down, and then pulling that glitter up the nail bed. And then I'm just carefully patting the product around the tip, removing the liquid from my brush, and then going back in to maneuver that product. If you have too much liquid in your brush, it'll be hard to move around, so you want to make sure that your brush is kind of dry, but you don't want it to be so dry that the product sticks to it. So it's basically just trial and error and practice. So I basically play around with the product until I have it really flat and even. No lumps and bumps or anything. So that is the pinky so far. Moving on to the next nail, I'm going to be using Glitterbels Fairy Crush. So this is a super stunning greenish color. And I'm doing the exact same thing on this nail as well, placing it along the line. I'm going to pat it down the nail. The next one I'm using is Ocean Crush, and this one is a darker blue, and this one's going on the middle finger. So on both her hands, I'm using the same colors, but I did the pattern differently. So it doesn't go orange, green, blue. On her other hand, it is different. So she just likes both hands different. So even if they are basically the same colors or the same design, I like to switch it up on both hands. Just fun for this client. That's what she likes. Then on her pointer finger on this hand, I'm going to be going in with Lemon Crush, which is a beautiful bright yellow glitter. Again, placing it along the line, and then I'm going to maneuver that. Like I said, doesn't really matter how this looks because I'm going to be covering it with glitter anyway. This is just my background for my design. I really wanted to use the crushed glitters, and I wanted to use a lot of them because they're so pretty and I just love the little flakes in them. So that is why I am doing each finger different, because I wanted to get as many of these crushed glitters on as I could because they're so pretty. So then on the thumb on this hand, I'm going to be going in with Apple Crush, and this is just a green glitter chunky mix. Okay, then we're going to do Rainbow Crush, and we're going to double dip with Iridescent Series Saturn. So pretty. So I'm going to dip into my monomer, dip into Rainbow Crush, instantly dip into Saturn, and then I'm going to drain my bead and then put this on the nail. This was sticking to my brush right there, but I was able to jiggle my brush until it came off. Then I wiped off my brush, and now I'm realizing there's way too many chunks on the pinky, so I removed a couple of the chunks. And then moving forward with the other nails, I pick up a section of Saturn that doesn't have those big chunks because they were kind of hard to maneuver. But this doesn't matter how perfect you do it because we have that clear base, so you don't need that perfect cuticle line with this glitter. If you wanted a perfect cuticle line with the glitter, I would go in with a fine glitter first and then go in with the chunky glitter, just so you get your cuticle line perfect. So I just kind of fade that down the nail, and then I leave it. And then I'm doing the same thing on the rest of the nails. So I'm going into the Rainbow Crush first, and then I'm going into Saturn, trying to pick up the smaller chunks instead of these bigger chunks. And then I'm just moving them around until I have them kind of like spread out nicely. And then I drag the rest of them down into the first color. So here's how they look so far, and now I'm going in and I'm picking up a bead of Glitterbels glass slippers. These nails aren't super long, so I can place the bead near the cuticle area and then work my cuticle area and work this down the nail and create my apex with one bead. And that's because the nails aren't super long. So first I work on my cuticle bead, and then I will pull this product down the nail. So you can bend the finger downward in order to not have any product seep into the sidewall. So when you're wiping off your brush, just bend the finger down just so it doesn't go anywhere. So you like that, I'm bending it down. Now I'm pulling it back up. And now I'm patting the product down to the tip. I'm trying to get full, even coverage at the tip. And then I'm pulling and dragging off any product that I don't need on the nail. Anything extra that I accidentally added too much. And then I kind of push up at the tip, and then I fix up the tip, push up the tip, fix up the tip, and I just do that until I'm happy with the application. And then I'm going to repeat that on all the other nails. So going in with another big bead at the cuticle area, wiping off my brush, trying to maneuver it around the cuticle area. I clean off my brush in monomer and wipe it off on the paper towel often, and that way you don't have any product that sticks to your brush. And then I'm just going to feather this down the nail, create my apex, and fully cover all that glitter. If you don't fully encapsulate your glitter, you can accidentally file it up and off, and then you'll have a weird space that's kind of like missing product. So it's better to just encapsulate everything just so you don't accidentally file anything. After encapsulating all these nails, now we can finish file. So I'm just using my black diamond carbide bit from Luminary Nail Systems, which we sell on the Nail Throne site. I go around the cuticle area with that. I do the sidewalls. I go under the nail to try to fix up my C-curve and make sure it is still present. And then I'm just using this to debulk the nail, and then I'll do the rest of my shaping with my hand file. So I do that on all the nails, well, on the one hand. I always do one hand at a time. So I just finished application on her right hand, and then I'm coming back to her left hand and finish filing. And that way the right hand will be drying as I'm finished filing the left hand. And then when I'm done finished filing completely of the left hand, the right hand will be dry and ready to go. So I did 3 of the nails so far, and then I'm coming in with my 180 grit file from Glitterbels, and I'm going over the sidewalls to start, the tip, and then I use this to go over the whole nail to help debulk it some more and even out the whole nail, trying to make it nice and even, not too thick, keep my apex, and file it so that it has no deep scratches or ridges, and it's nice and even surface. The reason I love the Glitterbels stiletto tips so much is once you clip them down and they turn into coffin shaped nails, if you don't apply too much acrylic, you can kind of just like use that shape and go off of that shape. So if you struggle with shaping, sometimes using tips is a great alternative to sculpting, especially if you struggle with shaping and sculpting. So I continue to do that on all the nails until I am happy with my finish filing. I use my thumb to pull the skin back just so I don't accidentally nick her or over-file her skin, creating irritation. So you want to pull the skin back while you're filing the sides. After finished filing, I grab a buffing block. I actually glue 2 pink buffing blocks together. Just makes it easier to go back and forth. And then I just buff around the cuticle area and the sidewalls and the tip. And that's pretty much it. You don't want to buff too much or else your gel polish top coat won't stick to it. But I just buff a little bit to get rid of any scratches. And then I will wipe off all the dust, wipe the nails, 1 swipe with acetone. That gets rid of any scratch that is there and could be present when you put a top coat on. And then we're going to get started with the fun gel design. So first I'm grabbing Glitterbels Black Gloss. This is just their plain basic black. And I'm putting it on this little sheet here. Then we're going to go in with white gloss, just their basic white. And I'm just doing a swirl technique. Do you guys see down at the bottom screen? Then I'm going to go in with Glitterbels Tears of Silver. This is a stunning silver gel polish. And I'm also putting that on top of the black and white. Doesn't have to be perfect, doesn't have to be anything. Just like that. Then I'm going to take some melting gel. So doing this technique, you need some sort of gel down so that the product will melt into it. So you can use any kind of blooming gel or melting gel, or you can just use base gel. So then I'm going to be using my Glitterbels by Annabelle gel brush. This is in one of the packs of 6, the rainbow brushes. Then I'm kind of scooping under this. You guys couldn't see me do that. You'll see it for the next nail. And then I'm just placing it on the nail and kind of jiggling it off the brush. So you're not really doing much. Don't play with the product a lot. Just let it kind of fall off your brush into that melting gel. Let it melt a sec and then cure it. So this technique is not my own personal technique. I did not come up with this. I've seen this done numerous times. I have no idea who the original person who created this technique was, but it's a fun technique, so I thought I would do it in this video. So you can see I'm kind of going to go underneath and picking up that color. once then you got all 3 colors on your brush, and then I'm just pulling it through that melting gel, letting it come off my brush. You don't want it to be too thick, so don't put too much on your brush, but you do want that definition of the different colors, so it looks really cool. So once I pull that off, I'm going to wipe the sides to make sure the sides don't bulk up. If anything bulks up around the cuticle area, I do take my brush and kind of fan that out. Let that melt a sec, give that a cure, and then I'm just going to keep doing that on the other nail. So I don't apply, obviously, don't apply the melting gel or base gel or whatever you're going to put down on all the nails and then cure them, or else you'll accidentally cure it. So I just do one nail at a time, wiping off that brush, picking up some of that product, wiping off extra product, and then going in from the side down to the other side. On only one nail on each hand did I do it twice, which was on this hand, the ring finger, I did it twice, and then on the other hand I did it on her middle finger. This one actually was my favorite nail. I thought it turned out so pretty. And then I'm going to cure that. Then I added more of the gel mixture that I made so that I could have the 3 definition, because the first one was kind of like bleeding into each other now. Looks so cool. Imagine the possibilities with this. You could do so many different color ideas with this. And then, like I said, you don't really need to do much. Just let it fall off your brush. Oh, I guess I did do it on my thumb twice too. And then fix up any thick spots so that you don't have any big thick blobs on your nail at all. So after I did that, I cured all the nails fully, and I also did her other hand. And now I'm just going to go in with some crystals. I just wanted to do some dainty little crystals, nothing too big, just super small crystals going along that swirly line. I thought that would be really pretty. So I used some green colored opal-y looking crystals because I thought it would tie together really well, because I did use a lot of green in this set. And then I'm just using some crystal AB as well. Once I'm happy with that pattern, now we can top coat these nails. So I'm going to be using my Glitterbels No Wipe Top Coat. And when you apply it on nails with crystals, try to not get it on your crystals. Just go around your crystals. You can push the gel up towards the crystals so it kind of seeps under them and helps keep them in place. And then if you accidentally apply too much product with your gloved finger, wipe off the extra. You don't really want to do that with your bare hands though. So make sure you're wearing gloves, or you use a paper towel or a lint-free wipe or whatever if you need to wipe the sides. And then I was out of frame top coating pointer finger and thumb. So I'm not going to bother showing you guys that. I gave the full cure. I added cuticle oil. I had her wash her hands, and here is the finished result. I love this set. I love that middle finger. I thought it turned out so pretty. And because these nails were a brand new set, they're nice and clear kind of, so you can kind of see through them, and all that pretty crushed glitter at its finest. So what do you guys think of this design? Did you like it? Do you think there's too much going on? This client loves fun stuff and basically lets me do anything I want. She's an awesome model, so this is what I decided to pick, and she loved it, so it's definitely her style. She likes a lot of color, a lot of glitter, something different, every nail different, so that's what I did. So I hope you guys like this set, and if you did, please give me a thumbs up. Anything you see here you can get from my site Nail Throne. I will also link Annabelle's site in the UK in my description box as well, so make sure you check my description box for everything listed in this video. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Please subscribe, click the bell next to it to be notified when I post, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!